Did you know that 70% of entrepreneurs experience burnout within the first few years of starting their business? And yet, research shows that companies that focus on work-life balance actually grow 30% faster than those that don't. Shocking, right? If you're an entrepreneur, chances are you've been told that success means endless hustle and long hours. But what if I told you that working harder isn't the secret to success? What if, instead, the key to making life easier and more successful is working smarter and focusing on the right things? In this video, we're going to explore 6 strategies that can change the way you think about entrepreneurship. We'll dive into how to stop grinding and start thriving, how to delegate like a pro, and how small changes can lead to big results. By the end of this, you'll have a new approach that makes running your business easier and more enjoyable. Ready to stop the hustle and start the flow? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Hustle-Free Mindset. Ditch the grind. Embrace the flow. Entrepreneurship doesn't have to be about endless hours of grinding. In fact, studies show that people who work too much often end up less productive. According to a study by Stanford University, productivity drops sharply after working 50 hours a week. The key to working less and achieving more is shifting your mindset. Instead of focusing on working harder, focus on working smarter. This means automating repetitive tasks, creating systems, and prioritizing the work that truly matters. By embracing the flow state, where work feels effortless and enjoyable, you can create a mindset that fuels productivity without the stress. The best entrepreneurs understand that success doesn't come from constant hustle but from creating a rhythm that allows them to work efficiently. A great example is Tim Ferriss, who talks about the power of mini-retirements in his book The 4-Hour Workweek. He emphasizes the importance of taking breaks to recharge, rather than pushing through exhaustion. If you're constantly exhausted and feeling overwhelmed, it's a sign that your work life needs to change. Simplify, create boundaries, and focus on deep work instead of shallow tasks. As Albert Einstein once said, strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. This applies to how we approach our daily tasks. Chapter 2. Outsource like a pro. Let go of the superhero syndrome. Most entrepreneurs believe they have to do everything themselves. But the truth is, successful entrepreneurs know when to ask for help. Outsourcing is a game changer. In fact, businesses that outsource experience a 40% reduction in overhead costs, according to a report from Deloitte. This means you can focus on your strengths and leave the rest to experts. Using virtual assistants or freelancers to handle tasks like customer support, social media, and bookkeeping can free up time for strategic planning and growth. Tools like Upwork, Fiverr, and even AI-powered solutions like Zapier can help you automate and delegate work efficiently. The key is to let go of the superhero mentality. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. In The Lean Startup, Eric Ries talks about the importance of delegating to allow room for innovation. If you keep doing everything yourself, you limit your potential for creativity and growth. Take a look at Elon Musk, who famously delegates to experts in different industries. He doesn't try to manage every detail of Tesla or SpaceX. Instead, he hires the best people and trusts them to handle their departments. It's this smart delegation that allows him to focus on big-picture ideas and innovation. Chapter 3. Simplify to amplify. The art of streamlining your business. In business, simplicity is power. One of the best things you can do to make life easier is to streamline your operations. Take a hard look at your business model and ask yourself, what can I eliminate or simplify? Steve Jobs was a master of simplicity. His goal was always to make products that were simple to use but highly effective. In fact, Apple's success can be attributed to its focus on simplicity. The company doesn't overwhelm customers with too many choices or complex features. Instead, they focus on delivering high-quality products that solve problems without the noise. Simplifying your processes will not only make your life easier but also your customers' experience. According to a McKinsey report, businesses that focus on simplification outperform their competitors by 20%. Simplify your product offerings, streamline your marketing efforts, and reduce unnecessary meetings. Focus on what truly adds value and let go of the rest. If you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe. We'll be diving deeper into more strategies that make entrepreneurship easier and more successful. Chapter 4. The 80/20th Entrepreneur. Mastering the magic of Pareto. One of the most powerful tools for making life easy is applying the 80/20th rule, or Pareto principle. This concept states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. In practical terms, this means focusing on the tasks that give you the most return. For instance, if you're spending too much time on tasks that don't move the needle, it's time to shift your focus. In the 4-Hour Workweek, Tim Ferriss demonstrates how applying the 80/20th rule to his business allowed him to cut down his working hours drastically. By identifying the key customers and actions that contributed the most to his revenue, he was able to scale his business without increasing his workload. To apply the 80/20th rule, first, identify the 20% of your activities that contribute to 80% of your success. Are there tasks you're doing that don't bring real value? Eliminate them. Focus your energy on the high-leverage activities that make the biggest impact. This strategy is not just for entrepreneurs, it's used by some of the world's most successful people. Richard Branson, for example, says he spends 80% of his time on only the most impactful decisions, which is why Virgin continues to thrive. Chapter 5. The Zen of Business. Creating balance with purpose-driven strategies. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day chaos of entrepreneurship, but if you want to create lasting success, you need balance. The most successful entrepreneurs are those who can align their business with their personal values and purpose. When you're doing work that aligns with your core beliefs, it doesn't feel like work at all. According to a Gallup study, people who are engaged in work they find meaningful are 60% more likely to be productive. By focusing on what truly matters to you, you'll naturally find ways to streamline your operations and cut out unnecessary stress. This is where purpose-driven strategies come into play. Look at companies like Patagonia, which focuses not just on profits but on environmental sustainability. Their purpose-driven approach has earned them a loyal customer base and a strong brand identity. As you work to build your business, make sure you're not just focused on financial goals. Set meaningful, long-term objectives that align with your values. This will help you build a business that feels fulfilling and reduces the burnout that so many entrepreneurs face. Chapter 6. The Power of Micro-Experiments. Small changes, big results. In the fast-paced world of entrepreneurship, big changes can feel overwhelming. But what if you could achieve big results by making small, incremental adjustments? This approach is the basis of micro-experiments. Instead of overhauling your business model overnight, try making small tweaks and measuring their impact. For example, instead of launching a huge marketing campaign, experiment with a smaller, targeted ad and see how it performs. Micro-experiments allow you to test new ideas without taking huge risks. According to a study by Harvard Business Review, companies that test ideas through small experiments are 75% more likely to succeed. This method is all about embracing failure as part of the learning process. Entrepreneurs like Jeff Bezos are known for testing new ideas through small, low-risk experiments. Bezos encourages his team to fail fast and learn quickly, knowing that each experiment brings valuable insights. Start with small experiments in your business, whether it's trying out a new pricing model or testing a new product feature. By using data to make informed decisions, you'll see bigger results with less effort and less risk. If you've enjoyed these strategies, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more insights on how to make your entrepreneurial journey smoother and more successful. By incorporating these 6 strategies into your entrepreneurial journey, you can make life easier while scaling your business. The key is to simplify, delegate, and focus on what really matters. Remember, success doesn't come from working harder, it comes from working smarter. So, try these methods and watch as your life and business become more efficient, productive, and fulfilling.